That's why I go so hard. That's why I wrote both of my books. That's why, like, I am an underdog, and I seek out underdogs. And for me, the fulfillment, I think that when you talk about life, if you could talk about what you want out of life, you could sum up what you want out of life in one word: fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people get their fulfillment from different things, or they think they're going to get fulfilled from different things. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's so fulfilling when I am inserted into somebody's life and reawaken dreams that they thought passed them by, or I get them to dream about something they didn't even they were so intimidated by. Man, I'm floating on cloud nine right now because Cole Shear, Cole Shear is the Gatorade Player of the Year as a junior. Okay, so this time last year, calendar year ago, that's about the time I came into his life. So I'm like, yo, little bro got a little game. So I'm watching him, and like I do with everybody, especially this time of year for basketball players, time to reflect and assess and figure out where you want to go. So I asked him what his goals were. You know, he had them baby goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for him, you know, I just want to be recognized one of the top players in the state. I got what? I said, why are you not trying to be player of the year? I said, your goal, as good as you are, if you're not afraid of hard work, is to be the 2-time player of the year, Gatorade, all that. That man just got announced Gatorade Player of the Year, Mr. Basketball as a junior. And we were talking the other day celebrating that moment, and he said, I never thought about it until you said something. Let me tell you a little story about my pastor. Pastor Haynes, he said he was valedictorian. Valedictorian of his class. He said that his teacher had told him he was remedial. His English teacher told him he was remedial, was going to kick him out of her class. He really cares about his academics, so he left crying, upset, wanting to drop out. Fortunately for him, as he was going to leave, he ran into his counselor, met with his counselor, said, school ain't for me. And his teacher told him, man, why do you say that? He told her the story. He said, you're not remedial. She said, your teacher just ain't a good teacher, but you're smart. She said, matter of fact, you're so intelligent that if you really put your mind to it, in 4 years, you'll be a valedictorian. Once he heard that, he began to think like a valedictorian. He began to study like a valedictorian. He began to eat lunch with the valedictorians.
Felt like one.
What you think happened 4 years later?
He was a valedictorian.
He was a valedictorian. And so for me, I want to be what that teacher was to him, to so many people, because all it took was him having somebody that he respected see him not for who he is right now, but who he's capable of becoming, and speaking to that. And it changed his whole mindset. Today, he replaced Jesse Jackson as the president of the Rainbow Push Coalition.
Wow.
Like, it has impacted my life. Like, I don't write no books without him. Think about that. And if he would have believed what somebody said about him that was untrue and inaccurate, none of that would have never happened.
Or if he never had that teacher come in his life to say, nah,
Right.
she just sucked.
Right.
Sometimes people need to hear that.
Yeah.
It ain't you. Got to take account. You suck.
Right.
No,
Right.
Serious.
No
And
doubt.
That's crazy. But that's real. I like that perspective on things. Because I think about that, like, as me, I just go back to me as being a dad. Like, people will think, like, oh, he might be living through his son, this and that. It's not that. It's just that I believe in him so wholeheartedly, and I never had anybody to believe in me like the way I believe in him. So I want to give him that. Like, that's just it.
Right.
So I want him to have every opportunity I didn't have. And maybe I did have those opportunities.
But
Somebody just didn't believe in me. Like, that's all I might have needed was that push. Or somebody be like, man, you can do this. You got this. I don't think I ever heard that in my, like, ever.